Alright everyone, and welcome to round 2 of the season then in season 8 of former Xbox. And yeah, we've got obviously a different calendar for this season then to the real life one, and we are here for round 2 then in Brazil. So it's kind of like sort of like the 90s really, having Brazil right near the start of the season. Certainly I think back in like as recently as like 2000, I think it was all like the second round of the season. But yeah, obviously more known as like a sort of like the well, the last tracks now. But yeah, here we are then on our best qualifying lap, and we'll see how we can do then, if we can follow up that podium we got in the first race then in Australia, and yeah, just overall build on what I think is quite a decent pace we have in comparison to the rest of the field. Doesn't look like we're the fastest over a single lap, but we have been pretty good. Well, certainly in the pre-season and also in Australia, so we'll see what we can do here. But unfortunately I was having some quite bad issues with my wheel. Actually just had barely any force feedback during this race, and yeah, it's been an issue I've been having for a while, but it's never been too bad. I can usually just change a few settings around at the time, but like here it was just like almost non-existent for like whatever I did. And my best time was only good enough for 10th, unfortunately. It was actually very close though, but you probably would expect that actually with it being quite a short track. And as you can see, wet for the race, then it is going to get dry and then get wet again later, so it's going to be a very chaotic one it seems here then, and we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I haven't really driven in the wet of this track before, so it's going to be difficult then as the lights are coming on now. And away we go then in Brazil, and it is a pretty good start actually compared to Melanie and also IHG's there, and we're on the inside for turn 1 as we see a Red Bull trying to pass us there. But yeah, we're side by side then with Melanie into turn 2, and he's actually made contact there with Maestro and had a bit of a half spin there I think, and that has moved us up then into 9th place. And yeah, we're now on the run down then to turn 4. We're quite a way back though from IHG's and Maestro there, so we're not going to be able to dive at the inside, but Cheese has actually run wide there, so we are going to be side by side with the Haas driver then, and there's a bit of contact. In fact, the virtual safety car gets deployed right there, so yeah, we won't know what would have happened there. But yeah, just still having these force feedback issues and just losing the back end there under the virtual safety car, and now the virtual safety car is ending and we're like 4 seconds slower than our Delta, and we just lost so much time really just from that, as we just don't seem to have any feel for the car underneath us. And yeah, it was just very difficult to drive, especially in these conditions when you just can't really feel what it is you're driving, if that makes any sense. But we do see Cheese there make a mistake, brush the wall, and that allows us to move up into 8th place. And yeah, through we go then, and on to lap 3 now then, where we are losing a bit of ground now then to those up in front of us. And yeah, we're heading around turn 3 then, losing it a lot, and we're trying to find grip and we're just losing the back end, trying not to get in anyone's way, but we do get collected there by IHG's, and we're off then towards the barriers. We avoid the barriers then, we try not to reverse onto track just in case we don't ghost, and then yeah, we brush the wall and break our front wing off, so we're definitely going to have to pit now then. And in we come, all the way down into nearly last place now. And yeah, at this point I tried to reset my wheel just because I was thinking maybe if I unplugged it and plugged it back in again, you know, the force feedback would come back and I'd actually be able to, you know, get some kind of like, you know, response when I'm like driving. But then at this point it just stopped working completely and I couldn't go because you need to hold down the clutch, but then it just released me anyway at that point. And I was just, you know, still trying to get to work at this point, just hoping it might work for, you know, when the limiter comes off now. And no, it hasn't. We've just gone straight on into the barrier and broken our front wing again. At this point then I was, you know, picking up my pad, seeing if I could maybe drive that round, maybe, you know, do a full reset. And in fact I paused it, the AI car drove forward, and I lost my front right wheel. So yeah, absolute disaster. And yeah, that's, I mean, you'd probably expect that actually, you know, driving a Ferrari, that is a kind of, you know, like just shambolic kind of technical issue that you expect to see from Ferrari, like given the season they're having. So you know, maybe that was kind of actually quite realistic, really, especially as, you know, I'm hoping that I would actually be like challenging for the championship this season. But yeah, at least unlike the real Ferrari, there's still a long way to go here, so maybe we can get like claw back the points. But yeah, that's obviously not what we wanted. Only 2 rounds in then to have a non-score. And yeah, I didn't actually record much else from this. I actually left before we had the full results, but I know that Height won the race, so I went in for that then. And the championship standings are on the screen right now then, so we have lost a few places because of that then, but still in a solid position because of the qualifying and finishing 3rd in Australia. So yeah, hopefully we can sort of put this out of our minds, well, we'll sort of out of memory really, and get a good result next time out. I'm just sort of hoping that like whatever issues I had with my wheel just don't come up again, because like I can sort of like do a full reset on like my computer, which is actually what I did like right after this, and it works fine, but it was obviously too late. So yeah, hopefully that won't happen again, but yeah, who knows, it is getting on a bit. I've had it for like over 2 years now, but yeah, I'm rambling on at this point, so I'll end it here. I think it's Singapore next in this season, and I'll see you then for that one. Yeah, thanks for watching, I'll see you then. Goodbye.